NHTLM, y'all. I was trying to upload this video, been trying since yesterday, about the gaslighting, and I ran into a copyright claim because I was trying to drive my point here with a Lilwayne, but this is Lilwayne material to help you guys better understand actually like how somebody literally came and gaslit the world. That was my point. Okay, people do it all the time. All right, and I use Lilwayne as a prime example because most times we thinking that, you know, this is a toxic trait, right? This is something that just, you know, toxic people use in order to keep manipulating, in order to keep you in a place of self-doubt, in order to keep you second guessing and questioning yourself. But the reality is, people do this all the time. Yeah, people do this all the time, all right? And I put Lilwayne, I referenced Wayne because at this time he was saying he was the best rapper alive, and the only thing he did was say it so much. Despite what people that been listening to music, they know about LL Cool J, they know about you know, Tupac, Biggie, Kool Moe Dee, people that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, people that have real substance, good substance in their music. They don't run around here having to convince anybody that they're the best to ever do it. You can just look at their quality and you can listen to their content and really like know that they are the best to ever do it based on their actions. Okay? They don't have to tell you 100 times that they're this and they're that. They don't have to try to stand there and try to convince you and persuade you that they're this kind of person, they're that kind of person. They're actually about whatever it is that they say that they are about, right? You can just tell, you can just kind of pinpoint what they're about based off of their actions. Okay, so this is what I was saying about Wayne. Wayne came out here and he dropped what, 40, 50 mixtapes? And all of them were referencing him to being the best to ever do it, the best rapper to ever do it. And everybody that had been knowing music and listening to music, guess what they started? They started out initially, they started saying, nope, no, he's not the best one. He's not the best. But the more he said it, the more he drove it, the more he said it, the more he drove it. And he kept saying it and saying it. He didn't have much content to back up the fact that he was saying he was trying to fill such big shoes, meaning I'm the best to ever do it. That's still alive. He didn't have the content. But the more he said it and said it and said, guess what people started to say? The majority of people that started to say, never mind what they've heard in the past. Never mind what they grew up off of. Never mind how those songs and things benefited their life. Guess what they did? They looked and they started saying, maybe he is the best rapper alive. And then the maybe start turning to, he is the best rapper alive. Look at what Lilwayne majored in when he went to college. Look at what he majored in. It may blow your mind if you don't already know. But he gaslit the world. So that's how powerful the tactic is. Do you see how powerful that is? The more somebody keeps telling you something and driving you and telling you, guess what you're going to start to do? Believe it. It's manipulation. It's manipulation. It's called gaslighting, but you can call it brainwashing. You can call it brainwashing. You're being brainwashed. You're starting to second guess and doubt your real reality. Never mind what you've seen the narc do. Yeah, they'll say one thing, but look at what they do, what they actually get there and do. But the fact that they could just come back and tell you something that you want to hear, something that's soothing to your soul and spirit, and then you sit there and you actually start to believe it. And then in return, you start to second guess yourself. So what is the best way to deal with the gaslighting? What is the best way to deal with it when somebody keeps telling you something over and over and over again, and you know for a fact that it's not true? You know for a fact that you saw what you saw and you heard what you heard, but you're not listening to words. We're only looking at actions. So you start to second guess yourself. And the best way to fix it, the best way to deal with it, the best way to get out of that mindset is to go back to, who were you before you met the narc? Did you keep your word? Were you giving out good advice? Sound advice. Were people listening to you? Did they come and confide in you? Did they trust you? If it's a yes and a yes, 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 why are you doubting now? It's almost like you're discarding yourself, your truth, your intuition. You have a moral compass. If you were with a narcissist and they discarded you and they did you all kind of wrong, you have a moral compass. You have integrity. You have character. You have, you may have, well, you have boundaries. You need to find out what they are and stand on them. Okay? You have to go within yourself. Stop looking for everybody else to validate you. The narc, it's not up to the narc to tell you whether or not you're a narc. No. It's not up to them. And whatever they say is not the gospel. Okay? It's not the gospel. It's whatever we believe. It's our truth. It's our perspective. Just like they're entitled to their dysfunction. They feel like they're entitled to their dysfunction, no matter how they mistreat people and do people in and do people wrong. We're entitled to our function. Okay, somebody told me, don't focus on Lilwayne. Let's focus on the narc. I'm not focusing on nobody. Yeah, I'm not focusing on anybody, Janet. Yeah, I'm not focusing on anybody. No, I use Lilwayne to drive my gaslighting point. And the point is, the more you get, Lilwayne gaslit the world. You think the narc was a bad mother when they gaslit you? Put somebody out there that can gaslight the world. That's a bad motherfucker right there. And I'm not calling Lilwayne a narc. I'm just telling you to take heed behind what he used there. He used the psychology, he used the tactic, the same tactic that the narcs use to make us second guess ourselves, to make us doubt ourselves. He used that same tactic and made everybody, the majority of everybody out here, DJs, producers, everybody started to second guess who were the real rappers out there that were bringing the content and bringing the substance to the music. And guess what he did? He made them second guess. He changed their whole perspective. Now, if he were to die, he'll probably go down as a better rapper than Tupac or a better rapper than Biggie. That's my point. Yeah, this stuff is all around, narc or not. People use these kind of manipulation tactics in everything that they do in their day-to-day in your jobs, just like in your household. The goal of the gaslight is to make you question yourself. It's to make you deviate from your truth and buy into somebody else's. So that when you go and you try to move along and move forward, you can't, because you've been validated by everybody else, from external sources. So you've forgotten how to go within yourself. You've undermined yourself. You've abandoned, you neglected yourself. I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. The first one is, a lot of you guys, you get so wrapped up into the narc to where you start to not only second guess and doubt your reality, you start to believe that you're a narcissist. So I put a video up there that says, are you a narc? Okay? The only thing that you have to do, you don't have to ask me if you're a narc. You don't have to ask anybody else. Go to Google, type in narcissism. The information is at your fingertips. Do you possess these traits on a consistent basis? If you don't, you're not a narc. If you do, you're a narc. That's the first example. Okay? That's just dabbing back into reality. What's real. All right? What's real? The second example is another way we'll look for validation. I could put, this is just an example where I could put on an outfit, go to the mirror and say, oh, I love this outfit. Oh, I'm me. Oh, man, this look good on me. I love this. And then go out and have me a good time. And the people be around me saying, I don't like that outfit. Why did you wear that? Why did you do that? That can make me feel bad on the inside. Or I could be one of them people that's saying, that's your opinion. I like it. And the fact that I like it is enough for me. That's enough for me. I don't have to have everybody like it and a couple of people. That's enough. I could look a mess. But in my perception, if I look at myself and I think I look good, then that's the only thing that matters. Right? But then you'll have people that put on an outfit. They'll go look in the mirror and they'll say, I like it. And then they'll turn to somebody that's around them and ask, do you like it? Do you think this goes with this? And do you think these shoes? Or you think I should put on That's external validation. That's what you don't need. That's what you have to get away from. It was once upon a time to where you didn't listen to what anybody else said. You didn't care about what you might ask them, to take heed and kind of get some more advice or another opinion. But it wasn't anything that you were banking on to back you up and support you. The gaslighting is meant to keep you in a place of doubt. It's meant to keep you helpless. It's meant so that you can turn to them and get validation. That's what it's meant for. Okay? Wayne did it perfectly. I had to go think about it. He dropped 40 or 50 mixtapes in that era, driving the point that he was the best rapper alive. Never mind the quality. It wasn't much quality in the mixtapes, to be honest. I listen to music. I know music. All my tattoos are music tattoos. I write music. I love music. I happen to be musically inclined. But I knew what he was saying wasn't so. But back then when he was saying it, I didn't know nothing about narcissism. I had never been manipulated or anything like that. But looking back on what he did, he gaslit the world. And he succeeded. Because if he didn't succeed, he wouldn't have been on every other song. Back then, you couldn't cut the radio on without hearing Lilwayne. Lilwayne was on the pop songs. He was on the R&B songs, the rap songs, the rock songs. He was all over the place. On your TVs, he pretty much became a household name. After he gaslit the world, he kept driving and driving and driving. That's what the narc do. They'll keep driving and driving and driving. Banging you over the head with what I call a baseball bat, with their truth. And they bang you over the head so much and for so long, you actually start to believe their truth. You don't need validation from everybody else. All you need is validation from self. Okay? If you were involved with a narc, you haven't been cut off from the Most High. The Most High is still working with you and walking with you. Still talking with you, talking to you. So you don't need everybody else to come in and tell you how to do this, why to do it, when to do it. You don't need all of that. You just need yourself. Get back in tune with self. All right? Self. Ourselves come before anything and anybody else. Even if you have children, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your children. It's not going to happen. Don't let somebody try to rearrange your truth because they want to feel justified in their wrongdoing and their mistreating of people. That's all they like, mistreat people, misuse people. I tell you, it's okay to use me, but don't misuse me. All right. But yeah, that was my point about the gas. That's my thing. This is my thing about the gaslighting. And I had the Best Rapper Alive song playing, but since YouTube hit me with a copyright claim, because I wanted you guys to hear the song. I want you guys to hear some of the song, because when it comes to a narc and they gaslight, this what they do. They throw word salads. A bunch of verbiage that doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's just meant to keep you in a whirlwind of confusion, so that you can't drive your point. By the time they get through talking, you'll feel like you're the victimizer and they're the victim. So that's how you find yourself apologizing for their wrongdoing. But all Lil Wayne was doing was using a bunch of word salads. And then when it came to the hook, he didn't have the content. He didn't have the content that was just spitting out, like he could spit metaphors and make you say, dang, what did he say? Can I rewind? Rewind that. He blew my mind. His content wasn't that doggone good. It wasn't good at all. Matter of fact, it was just a bunch of baloney. Right? I'm not saying he garbage. He a really good rapper. I'm not calling Wayne a narc. I just realized I peeped game. I saw what he did. I peeped game. A lot of people don't peep his game. I peeped his game. He had nothing of quality to give, no metaphors, no nothing to blow your mind, really physically showing you that he was the best rapper alive. Only thing he did was kept saying, the best rapper alive, 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 the best rapper alive. And he dropped 40 or 50 mixtapes saying that same, driving that same point. So people that knew the music, they went from saying, he ain't the best rapper alive. By the time he beat them over the head with all them mixtapes that kept saying he was the best rapper alive, guess what they were saying? He is the best rapper alive. That's what the narcs do. They keep beating you over the head with their perspective, with their quote unquote truth. And over time, you're going to start to buy into it and believe it. All right, NHTLM, I'm narc, say they love me. YouTube can't stop this. Nah, nobody on YouTube can stop this. Yeah, nobody can stop this. If you don't understand the concept and if you don't understand the main point that I'm driving and the examples that I'm using, that's fine. But I don't focus on narcs, okay, Miss Janet? I'm not that simple-minded. Yeah, I'm not that simple-minded. I don't focus on narcs. Maybe you should get a channel and focus on them, but I don't focus on them over here. All I do is snitch on them. And after I snitch on them and awaken people to some truth, the only thing they do is make me, and they make all the empaths stronger. Yeah, that's all they do. They make all empaths stronger. Every time an empath musters up some strength and start to walk in their truth and start to stand on what they know and they start to talk about it and tell about it, it's over with. I told you, it's the empath game now. It is the empath game, and I'm your #1 source for narc snitching. And I hope I did click, because a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about in that Lilwayne era. A lot of y'all lived through that era where you couldn't cut on no radio without hearing Wayne. Yeah, you couldn't cut on no radio and not hear Wayne. So that's what he was doing, conditioning and grooming the world. Brainwashing the world. NHTLM, I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're taking care of yourself. You can't be taking care of yourself if you're worried about a narc. No, I know one person for sure that's not taking care of themselves, because they told me to focus on the narc. So I know if they telling me to focus on the narc, then that's what they focused on. So they can't be taking care of themselves. Nah, you can't be taking care of yourself. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I leave you with power. I can't be beat. I can't be stopped. I can't be beat. I can't be stopped. Peace, y'all. Love you. Peace.